All right, life lesson number 3. Life lesson is smell the roses along the way. Smell the roses. This is really hard for me. It's been very hard for me. It always will be hard for me. When I've accomplished certain things, after I've accomplished them, I sometimes have said, oh, I don't really need that. I probably shouldn't do it. But I've realized that it's so important that you teach your mind and you teach yourself how to reward yourself. So give an example, and I learned this back when I was early and young in sales. One thing that I learned was if I hit a certain amount of commissions and bonuses during a week, then, one thing that I needed and I didn't have was shirts and ties. Believe it or not, when I started in business, I had one suit, and it was a suit that my parents had bought me for graduating from college. And I wore that suit every day because I had to. For the days that I spilled something, I'd wear a pair of black pants or a pair of khakis or something. And I didn't have a lot of shirts and ties. And I'll tell you, I literally had 3, and I borrowed them all from my father. And so I was the kid that showed up at 22. And again, I'm pretty thin, to say the least. Some people say skinny. I say thin and in shape. But my dad was not the same size. And so I'd come in with the shirts that were too big. The suit was actually good, but the shirts were overflowing kind of thing. They're not, custom like they are nowadays. But, it was very funny to me that how I look. So anyways, I set goals weekly. And when I hit a certain revenue target weekly, I would essentially buy myself new clothes on the weekend. When I hit my numbers, I hit my target, I'd reward myself with a small thing for me. And because I looked at myself and I thought to myself, how am I got to grow in my career. And part of growing in your career is looking the part and actually, looking like a leader, looking like a manager and dressing for the part you want, not the part you have. And so I did that. Now on the opposite end, the consequence is when I didn't hit my goals, I loved going out and seeing my buddies and having a good time. I wouldn't go out. I would stay in. And so I had the positive reward and I had the negative consequence. So, hot and cold, I had to learn the difference. It wasn't, and I really was disciplined about it. And so what I learned with that, and again, even nowadays, I set certain goals recently to upgrade certain things around my personal life and the house and whatever. And I'm setting goals around things, right? And I set the goal and I stick to it. I had a business coach, Brad, back in the day, and I'll never forget it, when he was helping me launch one of our programs. And he was already a self-made millionaire. He built a direct sales business in Canada, multi-million-dollar business, and done super, super well. And I remember him saying to me, he was going to get a Mercedes SL 200 or SL 500, black on black. It was like freaking awesome car. He's like, before I get that, he's like, I could go out and get it today. But before I get that, I have 3 goals. And one was around stopping smoking because they're about to have some kids. And another one was around helping me getting the program off the ground. And he's like, and he hit all 3, and I forgot about him telling me about it. And then 6 months later, he took me down to the basement. I'll never forget him walking me down. He's like, hey, I got to show you something. He walked me down, and I was like, click, click, beep, beep, and the car turned on. And I'm like, damn. And I was so stoked about it. And he goes, you remember my goals? Well, I hit all 3 goals. I was like, Ken, if there's anything you're ever going to learn from me, is being disciplined around goal setting. If you reward yourself for the goals you hit, then you're going to continue to hit more goals. If you cut corners and you reward yourself before you hit the goals, then you're always going to cut corners and perceived wise think that it's okay. And then later on, by the way, he went on, another goal he set was get an Audi R8. I don't know if you guys know the Ironman car, but he ended up getting an Audi R8 at some point. And there's some certain goals I got to hit to get that one. But anyways, but you got to smell the roses. You got to reward yourself. Don't just wait until the end. And I'm not telling you got to go out and buy something crazy that's out of your budget, whatever. No, just small wins along the way. You got to have the small wins because it helps you have fun. And it's not just about the destination. It's not just about getting to where you want to go. It's not just about living in the neighborhood you want. It's not just about buying a car. It's about along the way having fun and living it up. You got one life to live, right? This is not. This is. I say all the time. This isn't a dress rehearsal. What you get out of this world and what you get out of this life is going to be based on what you do and what you accomplish. So number 3 today is smell the roses along the way. Keep in mind, I know I said this last week, but patience is a virtue. I know we all got big dreams, big goals. If you haven't done it already this year and you want to catch up and finish your year strong, because obviously the year is picking up pace. We're already in May. A vision board. I have one in my office at my house. Super key. And I'll tell you, there's already some things on that vision board that have already been accomplished this year, which is really, really cool. And I know that's happening for a lot of you guys, for all the decisions you're making in your day-to-day. So, but thanks for hopping on today, guys. Happy Friday. And again, I saw a lot of you guys that are not on the KLear channel, not subscribed yet. Pull out your cell phones and getting subscribed. Really appreciate that. We're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. So thanks again.